What is up, everybody? Hunter with Lost Socket Garage. How is everyone doing today? I have had an obtuse amount of caffeine today. I had to drive to Orem and got rained on while I looked at a Mustang. I hope everyone is doing wonderful today. Chris, what's up, baby? This is Lost Socket Garage, Mustang shopping, and live Q&A. What do we do here on this show? Well, I'm glad you asked. We're somewhat educated in the Mustang field, and what I wanted to do was provide a live show where we cover Mustang listings and values and show you exactly what you should be paying for a running driving Mustang, a coupe, a fastback, a coupe to turn into a fastback, and we do some other stuff here. So let's get into it. Okay, so Mustang values. This is a hard question. I mean, I get this a lot. Okay, what's a coupe worth? What's a fastback worth, etc. I'm kind of a data nerd, so typically what I like to say is a car is worth what you can sell it for. It's worth what you can what someone's willing to buy it for. So what the best thing that we can do is take it a look at a bunch of listings. Okay, so Classic.com, we're not sponsored by these guys whatsoever. Classic.com, all they do is they just pull a ton of data from different auction websites, and they tell you exactly what they sold for. They show you current listings, etc. So this gives us a really, really solid idea of what these cars are going for. So let's say we're looking at a first-gen fastback, 67, 68. We can see that, and this is data over 5 years. You can change it, etc. But off of 131 that have sold in the last 5 years, average price is 72 grand. Fastbacks are expensive, people. So with that mindset, with that goal in mind, this car looks like another car that I've seen. I just realized that. And it's for sale for two different prices. We're going to get to the bottom of this today. With that in mind, let's take a look at a 65. Well, okay. Let's start off. We'll start off. I apologize. We'll start off with this one. Derry, take a look at this one. This is the one that you were talking about earlier, I think. Yeah, it's the same listing. So this is a 66 coupe. Running and driving coupes. Let's take a look at their value real quick, just for reference. Let's see, that's GT, Mustang Coupe, 65, 66. So we're looking at a 65, 66 in this, but 67, 68 is pretty much the same. You're around 23 to 25 grand, kind of depending. I typically don't want to pay more than 25 grand for a running, driving 67 or 68 coupe, and damn sure not a 65 or 66. But running, driving, finished, good looking one, we're in the 20s. Okay, low 20s. So already we see we're in the right spot. Okay, so 66 coupe, 289, 4-barrel carb, 5% window tint, which is interesting. Had the car, blah, blah, blah. Looks like it's, where is this? This is in Orem. This doesn't look like it's in Orem. And I think we're going to look at this on Facebook. Derry was showing me this one earlier, but I think it's a fake ad, to be honest with you. And I hate this exhaust. I hate it. I hate it. It looks like it has baffles on it. I don't know why. This is like the dumbest thing ever done. All right. Ulrich, what's up, baby? How we doing? Be honest. If you went to look at my Mustang, would you have told me to walk away for the price that I bought it at? Sweetheart, I really want to be honest with you here. Yours is, I don't remember exactly what you told me you paid for it. I remember that yours was in very, very rough shape. So I think we had some money conversations on that, and it was a little bit, it was a little far gone, right? But thanks for reminding me, dude. I need to get with you because we're going to do a measurement video. We got a Dynacorn, a 69 Dynacorn body in, and it's literally off the truck, and we just shoved it in the corner. It's still in the crate and everything like that. And I want to do a comparison video for measurements. For those of you out there interested in buying a Dynacorn shell, I want to give you some reference measurements because we've had issues with their measurements before. My God, I just got off on a tangent. Ulrich, I need to come take some measurements from your car. This one's shady. We'll see why in a minute. We covered this fastback. So 65, 66 fastbacks are going for less. Okay, so their price range is right around 50 to 60 grand. Whereas a 67 to 68, because it's more desirable, because all the movie cars are based off of them, etc., those are going for 60 to 70. So there's about a 10 to 20 grand difference between a 67 and a 66 Mustang. Fastback. Reduced. Price will only go up. I don't understand that. How is the price only going to go up? Gosh. Let me catch up here. Finally caught you live. Greetings from SoCal. Bench Trucking. What's up, man? How are we doing? Is the weather better in SoCal than it is here? I think it has to be, right? Like, it's shitty and raining here. This is a beautiful piece of machinery, and I think it's honestly a good deal. I think it's priced correctly. This thing is completely restored. Looks damn gorgeous. I've shown this one a couple of times. Honestly, the only thing that I'd like better is higher res photos, but that might be my internet connection, even though my internet bill went up. Bastards. This is the only defect that I could see. Door cards, so the metal part of the door card. It's not a door card. This is the door card, but the metal part of the inside of the door looks a little rusted. I don't know what's going on there. For 50 grand, I would expect that to be fixed, but the rest of this car looks spotless. These cars that are close to me, if they're in, relatively close to me, I'm more than happy to go look at these cars for you and do an inspection. For those of you wanting to buy something out of state, in fact, I just did it this morning. I'll see if I can find the listing for you, but I got a killer deal on a 68. Let's see. Feel free, you're welcome. All right, I'll hit you up, Ulrich. Bench, snowing last night here. Really? They say global warming isn't weird. Smash that like button, folks. Oh my goodness. Bench, I have not done my plug yet, and I'm supposed to do that like a few times. Like, subscribe, share the show with your friends. It helps out the shop a ton. That's the easiest, freest way to subscribe or to support the shop. If you guys need Mustang parts, we have a bunch of partners and affiliates. So I have a link in the chat right now. If you need classic Mustang parts, or actually new Mustang parts, Ford Fiesta parts, etc., CJ Pony Parts is where we get all of our stuff from. Yes, we use Dynacorn metal, but I get all of our kits from CJ. So there's a link for that in the chat as well as in the description below with the rest of the partners. Also, new thing, guys, have any of you looked at my hat? Okay, it's new. It still has a sticker on it. This is a brand new hat. Bam! Brand new LostSocketGarage hats and hoodies. We just got in today. You can't see it because I have a high back chair. Oh my God, that's a casting couch pose right there. All right, we have brand new hoodies and hats in stock. LostSocketGarage.com. The hats will be added later tonight, but you can get a hoodie right meow. Let's see. Chris, what's up, dog? How we doing, baby? Okay, so Chris is a homie, man. Oh, from back in the Subaru days. He had one of the best GC8 wagons I've ever seen in my life. Like, the thing was just fucking gorgeous. And he used to make our Lost Socket Garage keychains, which are going to make a comeback. BT dubs. Okay, you want to know about this one, right? Right, Chris? Want to know about this one? This one right here? This one? Okay, so there's a story here, and I show this one probably every week. It's a screaming deal for what it is, but it needs a It needs a lot of work. So the story, this is a C code 68 coupe. It's already been converted to a fastback by my old business partner. Long story short, I would like to, I've looked at some of the measurements on this. I actually know the person selling this car. It's a killer deal for what it is, but get into this expecting there needs to be a lot more work done. The value is there 100%. You're getting a clean title 68 coupe that's already been converted to a fastback. Some things on here, you'll need a full floor, you'll need some engine panels, and there's some things that I would like to clean up as well. But for 10 grand, folks, it's a dumb good deal. Like, it needs things, but the price point is right. I wouldn't pay $1 more for it, but the price point's right. Let's see. Let's look at this coupe. This one was, memory serves, this is a good deal. Okay, I'll tell you guys a little bit about price ranges. If I'm looking for a running driving coupe, 67 to 68, again, I'm in the 23 ballpark. If I'm looking for a running driving POS coupe that is rusted, falling apart, holes in it, but it's rusted in the right areas, and I plan on turning it into a fastback, my goal there is around 10 to 13,000. This one, gorgeous at 20 grand. This is an awesome car. It's been garage kept and taken care of. Taking on some great evening cruises during the nice weather. 289 V8. California car. 20 grand, shoot an offer. Killer deal. Killer deal, kids. 289 V8. Great car. No rust. Okay, so when you're buying a coupe, an easy place to spot rust is right around here on the drop downs, because when these seals fail on the trunk, it drips in here and settles on the drop down. This one looks fairly clean. I don't see any issues here. They don't even have the holes cut out for the Zerks. That's crazy. Air conditioning car, guys, great deal. 20 grand. Yeah, auto trans, beautiful paint. Like, it probably needs some touch up and stuff here, but killer deal at 20 grand. I wouldn't say for a coupe to fastback conversion, I think it's too pretty to cut. I think it's too expensive to cut. But if y'all just want to rock around a coupe, that's a solid buy. It's in Rexburg. I see it all the time on Marketplace. Yeah, it's been listed for a hot minute, man. How do I feel about the blue one or the black one? Let me know. Drop some likes, guys. Give me some hearts and likes. I don't know if that helps the algorithm, but I hear other streamers do it. Okay, here is a 60. Ooh, okay. All right. Don't be a 6-cylinder. Don't be a 6-cylinder. 6-cylinder. Damn it. Okay, so for a 6-cylinder car, I just don't buy them unless I'm going to chop them in half. GT valance on it. Metalwork looks fairly good. When you guys are buying a coupe or a fastback, there's going to be rust here too. Reason being, that's where your feet go. And carpet back in the day didn't have like, anti-water technology. God damn it. So this one, you're going to have like people's feet sit right here. So water will actually just chill out here. This is a very common rust spot. And the hard part is this is the seam from the firewall to the floor. So typically along this, if there is rust right here, you're going to have to do a floor to firewall patch, which CJ Pony Parts sells. I think they're the only ones that sell it, to be honest with you. And you'll have to do at least a drop-in. But this one does not look rusty at all. But it is a 6-cylinder car, which is terribly unfortunate. If you have a motor and trans waiting, this might be a good deal, and if you're going to cut it in half. But with a 6-cylinder, it's just not worth it. All right. Link. Chris, what link did you want? The blue one or the black one? If it's the black one, just text me, and I'll give you the guy's info, and you can contact him directly. So, moving on. Now, okay. You left the... Okay, let me see here. My dude sending me links. Do my job for me. Okay, this S code, yeah, it's a good deal. So your S code. So for those of you who don't know, S code it's the trim. You have C code and J code and S code. S code was like the higher end model, 390 big block, 4-speed top loader trans, and they normally sell for about $80,000 to $100,000 pretty consistently, completely stock form. Okay, so at 35 grand, if it comes with everything, I think it's a good deal. If you really want an S code, I have a line on one right now that is cheaper and it's right-hand drive. Hee hee. But I have the dash to swap it back. But if you do want a line on S code, I got a guy right now wanting to sell one that is in very, very similar condition to that one. So this one, thanks by the way, Chris. This page, this is again kind of part of the reason that I wanted to kind of start this show, give you guys an option to ask questions, etc. But on top of that, I'd be scrolling through these and you find like people listing fastbacks, etc. And there's like laughing emoji. Yeah, see this laughing emojis for fastback shells, etc. So this is kind of my effort to really show you guys what these are worth. So if it's helping out, like, share, subscribe, do all that shit. So this is a real fastback, and I really don't think it's in the US, to be honest with you, because it's for sale for 62,000 euro. Making me bust out the keyboard now, son of a bitch. xe.com. Swap that. 65. No, not 165. 65. Wait. Uh, 70,000 euro. It's a lot. Little under. Let's take a read. 289 V8. This isn't in the US. I'm pretty goddamn sure this. Nope, this is not in the US. So probably actually a smoking deal for wherever Solihull, Birmingham, in the UK. I actually did see a fastback driving around when I was in London. So hot. Yeah, right-hand drive, man. So I have a customer who had a line on an S code from Ontario. The guy that owned it in Ontario was an Aussie. And so he bought an S code and swapped it to right-hand drive because he missed his back home or whatever. And so he has like everything for it. It comes with a shit ton of parts. He also has the left-hand drive dash extra, so you can swap it to left-hand if you want. But it is a right-hand currently, and I could get it for like really cheap, like 25 grand or something. Pretty close to that. Do the needful. Okay, Shelby Tribute, 78 grand. Let's take a look at this Butte. Guys, feel free to drop links in the chat if you find some cars that you want me to take a look at. More than happy to. This is well done. Look at this dad. I love the brushed aluminum look. That's so hot. Yeah. Shelby GT350. Sit on my face. Wait. Oh, yeah, you'd have to do a panel. So this is very, very common, though. This is the engine panel. This is the front passenger engine panel. Holds the battery tray. This shit rusts all the time. You would need to do an engine panel here. So for 78 grand, having to still do metalwork on it, I don't love that. That's a big fucking ding for me. Because, guys, this ties in, like, if this was not repaired and if it's rusted, it could go into the shock tower and stuff. Like this, that's a little sketch. For 78 grand, man, I'm not trying to do metalwork on a car. I'm trying to just get in it, get her done. Get in it, get her done. Let's see, 66, 289, Fastback K code for 69 grand. K code Fastback. Oh, I'd need one of the license plates if I bought this one, though. That's hot. Guys, would you pay $69,000 for this? Honestly, I think it's a fairly good deal. All the interiors there, like K-code. Yeah, that's worth it, kids. 69. All right. Okay, so let's use this one then as an example. Oh, fuck. It's a Cobra Jet 428R code. Damn, girl. No wonder it's so expensive. Never been disassembled. No restoration work has ever been done. I have a feeling we're going to see that in the pictures below. You can buy a restored car and then end up repairing someone else's mistakes, or you can buy this one and properly do it the first time. Dude's telling me a story right there. Okay, let's take a look. When buying fastbacks, it is a different ballgame. If I have a coupe, now this is an exception, okay? This is an R code. This is, you know, $120,000 car when it's done. It's probably a six-figure car when it's done. But if you have damage on coupes in this area, this is super easy, especially if you're going to do a fastback conversion. All of this is getting cut out anyway. If it's a real fastback, you have to understand that this rust is going to go through the wheel well. It's going to go into the drop down. Trying to find some last picture. This is what it could look like, but it doesn't. So if it's rusted here, you're going to need a new drop down. You're going to need a new full quarter panel. This could get into the inner structure. It's a very, very spendy fix. This is a massive build to take on. Is it worth 25 grand being an R code? Yeah, probably is, man. Don't bring it to me, though. 67 S code. This car is an early let's see. The car is an early San Jose highly optioned car. It has original panels. Have date code, correct block and intake manifold. That's big. Car is located in Colorado. So again, back to this S code thing. If this guy has all of it, a finished S code is, you know, again, 80 to 100 grand. Looks like metalwork has been done. It's primered. Let's see, door can. Let's see, built San Jose, 390. Springtime yellow paint. Bucket seats. C6 automatic. So I mean, fairly option car. It just needs to be put together. This is a Lego car at 34 grand in Denver. Denver doesn't matter that it's 34 grand. I was just kind of reading. 34 grand is probably still a good deal. It's probably a much better deal if you're doing the work yourself. If you're paying me to do this, you are still going to be in this 60 grand at least. Like, depending on the paint you go with, you have to reassemble the whole thing. You have to wire it. Like, it's quite a bit. So if you're doing it yourself, this would be a solid buy for you. Good flip. Good flip. The right-hand drive one? It might be. I'd have to look. I have it saved. I have a bunch of extra pictures of it in my email. So I can send them to you. Man, just message me. 65 Fastback GT. Let's take a look at the pricing. If we have Fastback GTs get a little bit more value, but let's see, I don't have the GT market pulled up here. 70 grand, that's a lot of red. I love showing these cars that have like this much red in them because I really... Oh, it comes with a duffel bag? I want it now. Hey, if someone goes and buys this, can you give me the duffel bag? It kind of has to go with the car, though. Can you just imagine pulling up to the car show, popping the trunk, and being like, yeah, she travels. 70 grand? Probably on the higher end, but it's really nice. It's real nice. one I just talked about for 34. No, I think this is a different. This one is a different link. That one's different. Let's see. 67 Fastback GT S code again. S code cars are popping up right now. 42 grand. See that? See that? See that little laughy face right there? That annoys me. Like, if you don't have anything nice to say, just shut the fuck up. You know? You know? Sheesh. Laughy face emoji. It needs a paint job because it's like 17 colors of fucked. This one again. So first off, starting at the front, most Mustang doors are going to rust right here. The issue that we run into here is that repop doors 9 times out of 10 are dog shit. Either they're not, either this line is like bent too far out, so it feels like the whole door needs to be squished in more, or the alignment's weird, or like repop doors suck on average. Is it patchable? Maybe, possibly. It's really rough to patch right around here because this is technically the door skin and it wraps around that frame. Most of the time it's not worth it to rewrap, to reskin it. So be prepared for work if you're going to buy something with a door like this. Again, this rust is very, very common on coupes and fastbacks. The issue is when you buy a coupe, if you're turning it into a fastback, you're already cutting all of this crap out anyway. And it only helps drive down the price of the initial coupe, right? On a fastback, again, we're going to have to do a quarter skin. This is probably going to go into the drop down. And since it's gone up here, we can see that it's bubbled. That means that it's on the outer wheel well as well. So you're probably going to have to rip the majority of this quarter panel off and do a whole new outer wheel well. That's a lot of work for 42 grand, kids. That's why a lot of times it's very situational, but it makes a lot more sense to do a coupe to fastback if you're not worried about a VIN number, you know. This is also concerning. Sorry, I got distracted here. It looks like this deck lid is popped up a little. No, maybe not. But the concerning part is if this is rusted in the filler panel, you're already doing a quarter. But that means that there's a whole inner structure that goes across here, okay? So if this filler panel is rusted right here, this probably goes into the inner structure. And again, it's a whole different ballgame. I wouldn't put a laughing face emoji on it. I think it's a solid project if someone wanted to do it themselves. But if you do not do metalwork and you're not well equipped to deal with these cars, that's probably a little bit out of your price range. DIY guy, solid. Because again, fix the metalwork, paint it, you got something that's worth $80, $90. Look at this color. Good. I love this color. 69 sports roof, fastback. 302 C4 automatic, small cam. Rust-free car, 42 grand. It better be. This is in Irontown, Ohio. Looks good. Beautiful car. With all of these guys, you want to check frame rails, you want to check torque boxes, you want to get underneath this car because this shit can get hidden so well. Like, this car looks wonderful. I'm going to use this as an example and just pray to God that he's not watching this show right now, okay? We've worked on this car. We did gauges. We did a new wiring harness. We did some other stuff. The guy that paints our cars did some fiberglass work on this Eleanor lower nose. But if you look at this car, you're like, oh, you know, it's a coupe. It's got the Eleanor nose on it. Dope orange paint job. Cool hood pins. Okay, that's a little concerning. It looks like a really well put together car. When you get into it, this car is kind of a fucking nightmare, to be honest with you. There is so much metal work and so many ghetto things done on this car that the previous owner didn't do himself. He bought it like this, but he didn't have a show like mine to show him the things to look for. This thing needs like new floor. It needs drop downs. It needs a lot of fucking work. 18 grand, again, it's way too high, but what I'm trying to get at here is that's why you have to do meticulous inspections on these cars, because a car can look really good, but once you get under it, it's a shit show. Okay. Shit, I kind of want to look at this one. Coupe that was converted to Fastback. So this is a roller with no suspension. See a framer, tube, sail gauge, TCP frame, subframe connectors. No suspension. 17 grand converted. Solid price. If you're close to that area, if it was done correctly. So about halfway through our show, this is when I like to take a break and just say thanks for the support, guys. It means a lot. If you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, do the YouTube stuff. It really helps the channel a whole lot. We're really getting close to 10,000 subscribers, and I'm getting really excited for it. So like, subscribe, share the show. It's the freest way to support the shop. If you want to support the shop further, you can leave a super like below. We have merchandise on the website, brand new hoodies. These things are so soft. I was so pleasantly surprised when I got these in. They're so soft, and they have never tamed on the back. Super awesome. 40 bucks are on our website. Hats will be added a little bit later. You can also, subscribe to our community through YouTube or Patreon and get access to stuff early. But overall, guys, just thanks for the support. It means a ton, and I get to do this show, which is enjoyable. Yes, Chris, you do need to stop by and check the shop out, man. And then we can talk Mustang stuff. Other Chris, yes, you do need a hoodie, dude. I have one double XL left and some XLs. I don't even buy the smaller stuff anymore. We are on to Marketplace. This is where we find the good stuff. Marketplace. Oh, Marketplace. You guys get serenaded every time you watch this show. You're so lucky. This is in Denver, 67, 12 grand. Car has some body damage and seats are sunburnt. Front suspension is just giving out. No trades. Price. Oh, dude, you could buy a Mustang from Jesus. I know that's not how you say it. I'm just saying, guys. Is this a 600 car? No, V8. Okay. 12 grand, kids, is in the range of buying a coupe that's running and driving that you can turn into a fastback, okay? V8 car, nothing in the doors, fenders look good. If I'm looking at this car for a coupe to fastback conversion, I'm mainly kind of looking up here and underneath the car to make sure that everything's okay. Chris, I'll save you an XL. Pretty ooh, the door damage. I mean, if you're doing a coupe to fastback conversion, you're gonna have to do a lot of realignment anyway. So that's not. You can use a repop door and kind of get away with it if you're doing a coupe to fastback conversion. It's a little trickier. So this one, if we run the numbers on it, 67 Mustang coupe, you buy it for 12 grand. Okay, runs, drives, wonderful. Shush. At that price, I am going to charge you around 14 grand to actually convert it to a 68 fastback or a 67 fastback. So at that point, all the metal work's done. You have a running, driving fastback that, yeah, I mean, it's in like an e-coat or a primer or whatever, but you can drive around a fastback and, put glass in it and put the back seat and then save up for a paint job. And you're into a running, driving fastback for 26 grand, Just saying. And then from there, yes, you still need door glass. You need your rear fold-down seat, some interior panels, and your rear glass. But, again, you can make it watertight for a few grand extra. So this is right in the price range of what we'd want to see. It's in Denver. I could drive to Denver. You're going to have to pay the Colorado tax. If you want me to look at any of this stuff and it's close to us, let me know. More than happy to go. I'll actually show you guys one that we're picking up next week here in a minute. 69 Coupe for 10 grand. Looks like it's been painted. And still had the original hood scoop for the hood and hood locks. Okay. This car is painted. Looks like it comes with cherry bombs. Cool. Yeah, not for 10 grand, man. I don't know. If you wanted a 69 Coupe, cool. But I think the 69 Coupes don't look good. On average, what's an auto to a manual swap cost for one of these? I'm not sure offhand. If Alf gets in the chats, so if you haven't followed Alf's Mustang Garage yet, you need to. Alf's Mustang Garage on YouTube. I work with the guy a lot. The dude he does all the stuff that I don't do. So he does a bunch of mechanical and 5-lug swaps, disc brake swaps, 289 swaps, a bunch of different swaps and mechanical work. He has a bunch of how-tos and stuff. If he hops in the chat, which sometimes he joins, I'll have him speak to that. But otherwise, I can give you his number. You can ask him what that usually runs. But for you, dude, you would probably be doing it yourself, so it would be fairly cheap. What the Fraggle Rock, man? 37 grand for a 66 premium coupe. This is what we call overpriced. I still wouldn't put a laughing emoji under it because I'm not a dick. However, this is not worth 37 grand. It's better give me a Tuggy for 37 grand. If y'all don't know what a Tuggy is, don't Google it. You don't need it on your search history. So it looks like it's in really, really good condition, right? But again, if you're looking for a coupe, they only sell for 20 to 25 grand in great condition, running and driving. So I mean, this is way over. Let's read. Let's not read 6 paragraphs. This immaculate daily driver and show car was fully restored 6 years ago, including a complete engine and transmission rebuild. Well over $50,000 invested. Sorry, dude. Not worth it. That's worth. Cheap. LOL. Yeah, no shit. What's up, Ricky's House of Crap? I just love your channel name. You literally have a house of crap? Because that'd be really funny. Okay, moving on. Oh, this one's fun to say. This one's in Walla Walla, Washington. 67 coupe for 12 grand. Again, 12 grand, kids, we're right in the barnyard of running, driving, but I'm going to cut it in half. 289 V8, auto trans, lots of metalwork completed, has new carpet. That's great. New Foose wheels. That's awesome. Good. Has lots of new parts, blah, blah, blah. Do not have the title. This is being sold with a bill of sale only. I'm dealing with a lot of this shit lately. It's not too terrible. In Utah, basically, you have to get a VIN inspection. So as long as it has the VIN numbers, which will be right here, sometimes there'll be 2. Sometimes there'll be 3. 2 on this side, 1 on that side. Sometimes there's only 1. So my concern points on this, like if I'm looking in this price range, is honestly the only thing that would be a deal breaker here is going to be, see, a 67, so it only has 1 torque box. So my only concern would be the frame rails on the torque box and the floor. It looks like if these guys have gotten this far on the car, most likely the vast majority of the metalwork is done. Killer deal in Walla Walla, Washington. And you get to say that you bought a Ford Mustang in Walla Walla, Washington. I feel like you would need a bumper sticker that said, I bought this in Walla Walla, Washington. Right? Trying to find, let's see, just looked at, okay, let's take a look at this one. I'm not driving to Montana to look at a car. I almost had to drive. No. Almost had to drive to Colorado to get a car, which I really didn't want to do. I'm sure shit not driving to Montana. But if you're close to Montana and you want a coupe for a coupe to fastback conversion, This one might be for you. Let's take a look. 67. Uh-oh, all major rust is repaired. Wonderful. 5-liter short block, C4, 351 Cleveland heads. Disc brakes included. Ooh, ooh. For anyone wanting to rebuild a Classic Mustang? Okay, let's see here. Damn, this is a pretty good deal. So they used to have to, you're going to find holes here a lot because to service the shocks, the nozzle is like, or the nipple, it's like right here. And so people back in the day would have to cut holes here to service the shocks. That's where the zerks were. Solid deal, kids. Yo, if you're close to Montana, and look at all the stuff he has extra for it. This is a killer deal. This is one of those, you take your truck, you pick all your shit up, and you put it in the back of the truck, and then you put the car on the car hauler, and you bring it to me. I cut it in half, turn it into a fastback. That's a solid deal. $6,000. This is actually the one I almost had to drive and get. If one didn't pop up this morning that I literally went and bought, I was going to have to drive and get this car, which means it's a good deal. Okay, $8,000. It's in Rifle, Colorado. It comes with a motor and trans, rebuilt 302, high performance. Yes, the let's see here. Little rust right here. Again, we're talking about kick panels, floor to firewall, etc. So yeah, you're going to need a little bit of metal work here. I have some extra photos of this car because I reached out to this guy and he sent them to me. Let's see. Bam. Look at this, guys. Look at this. I'm getting you extra photos. I'm working overtime for you. Extra photos on this car. Still, we're probably going to need a little bit of rust, maybe a drop in here. That is not an effect. Oh, yeah. Okay. So right here, this is a drop in. They make just this piece. It depends on how the rest of the floor looks. A lot of times it's much easier just to do a full floor because it comes with seat risers and it's like $400. If you guys want a full floor, you can get it on CJ Pony Parts. Link in the description. Bam! See how I dropped that? Frame rails looked fine. Again, this is a Ford battery tray. The Ford engine panel where the battery sits. This always has to be replaced. It's not a big deal, though. Solid at $8,000 for a coupe to fastback conversion. Okay? Solid. Doodly-doo-boo! Doodly-doo-boo! This is Ford 28 Cobra Jet. This is a real fastback. $50,000. Needs a paint job. I think that there was some other stuff here that looked a little janky. I don't see it now, though. So this is just in primer. Oh, yeah. This is the janky part. Okay. Again, when you're buying a fastback, there's more involved in doing the metal work. This is your drop down, so it has a rear mounted battery. This is your drop down. I don't know what the shit's going on right here. This tab, there should just be a tab right here. So there's rust in the rear support. There's rust right here in the drop down. There's rust in the corners, which means, so once this quarter panel extension comes off, this piece actually attaches into your quarter panel as well as your tail panel. So you can goddamn guarantee that some of this quarter panel is going to come off with it. It's very rare that you can peel these off without damaging the tail panel and the quarter panel at the same time. Some people do this weird ass, I've seen this shit before. It's like this weird fiberglass patch. A lot of metal work needs to be done. You're going to find that your frame rail, unibody car, you have front frame rails and rear frame rails. They're not connected, which is dumb. They should be connected. This is your front passenger frame rail. This piece technically is not your frame rail. It's your forward floor support. Keep that in mind when you're ordering shit. From CJ Pony Parts, link in the description. But these will always be bent. Typically, you're going to have bends right here and here because people use this as a jack pad point. This, however, a big fucking dent in the side is a little disconcerting. I'm sorry, I'm just ripping this car apart. It does have a 428 Cobra jet in it, which is dope. But again, here, guys, you're going to have to rip off this quarter panel. Your stock outer wheel well is not going to play nice, so you're probably going to have to patch that. And this is definitely going to be down into the drop-down area, which we saw a little bit earlier. A lot of this car needs to be replaced. Good stuff. Ooh, quick performance, 9-inch. Love their rear ends, man. Their rear ends are awesome. Too much. Price too high. You bring down. Ugh. Gross. No kidding, man. Gross is right. Ugh. Price too high. What is this? It's side piped. That's exciting. I like so. Ooh. Okay, so the only time that I'm gonna start paying 25 grand for a coupe is when they start doing crazy ass shit like this. Yeah, I might pay 25 grand for this. Let's take a look. 67 S-Code car, 408 big block, top loader. What the fuck? Hellcat Scat Pack. Oh, okay. He'll trade for an SRT8. Yes! Bring back underglow and neon lights. I love it. I love LEDs, man. Put as many... I'm from the auto salon era. Put as many LEDs in a car as you can. That was my goal. And it's side piped. My only concern with this car is there's a lot of shit in it that really doesn't belong in it, which means a lot of it might be hacked up. 25 grand needs closer inspection. Let's see. 66, Helena, Montana. Looking for a good one here, kids. Hi. Tell me why this Fastback is worth $120,000. 347 stroker, fresh rotisserie restoration, 5-speed, hydraulic clutch. Man, those feel weird. Especially like when they're brand new. Oh my God. Disc brakes, Aston Martin silver. That's dope. Power steering, better be. Painted bumpers. Okay. I don't know. That's kind of cool. We'll get to that in a second. Shelby rear, side scoops, front and rear suspension, blah, blah, blah. 120. This is a Vegas car. You know what this looks like? This looks like he ran out of money at the front part of the Eleanor kit. That's mean. This car looks dope as shit, honestly. Like, nothing against him, but it looks like he was like, oh, I'm going to do an Eleanor, I'm going to do an Eleanor. Wait, fiberglass is a pain in the ass. I don't want to do it anymore. It's got the stripes. Look at this. Body lines. I do kind of like the painted bumpers. Tell me how you like it. Do you guys like paint-matched bumpers? I'm kind of on the fence. And if it's a paint-matched bumper, my question is, do you take the racing stripes on the bumper too? Do you? Sounds like a stupid question, but think about it for a second. This looks like TMI interior. We are dealers for TMI, so if you guys need TMI stuff, they make good stuff. High back seats. Damn, this is fairly well done. 120 grand. I don't know, kids. Chris, catch you later, buddy. Beautifully done. Worth 120 grand. You be the judge. I don't want to be the judge on that one. It's well done, but I feel like I could do it for like 80 grand. You know? 80, 90 grand. I don't know. Does it have the VIN number on it? Like if it's just a C code Fastback, you could do it cheaper. Looks better without the front Eleanor. Yeah, no, I agree. I talk a lot of shit on the Eleanor kits, and this is why. Okay, there are so many things. We're looking at an Eleanor right now. Eleanor Tribute. It's not. Is it not a licensed one? Let's say it's not. No, I'm not a dealer. I do not offer financing. My personal vehicle. PPG. Yes, there is a correct Eleanor color. So the color is DuPont Pepper Gray. I don't know if PPG makes the right color. I can't remember. There's a specific color and a specific brand that makes it. See, it looks a little bit darker. Why would you put that sticker there? Ugh. Ugh. Tell me right now, would you guys pay 160 grand for this car? Like, it's pretty, right? You're going to get the ooze. Oh, God. You're going to get the ooze. You're going to get the ahs. Like, it's brilliantly done. I don't know what that is. It really is. 160 grand, though. I don't know. I do not know. All right. We don't buy drag cars. 60. Ooh. Okay, this is a good one. Okay, so for 5 grand, what we're looking for out of a coupe is basically this. Like a desert car, a little bit of rust here and there. If the rust is there, it's in the quarter panels or wheel wells or in the roof. I can't tell if that's pavement under this car. No, it's not. Don't hate me, but I don't hate the wheels. I don't love that they're under an inch of sand to show you how long this car has been there, but I don't hate the wheels. Oh, I'm going to get flamed in the comment section for that one. Okay, so these types of things drive down the price of coupes. So if you find a coupe like this, and you're like, you know, this coupe, you want 6 grand out of it, but it's got this massive hole in the quarter panel. How about I give you 5,500, or how about I give you 5 grand? You know you're going to turn it into a fastback, and we're going to cut all this shit off anyway. So this is a great candidate. It sucks it doesn't have the hood. It has a turn signal hood too. Not savable, but as long as the quarters are decent. Timeout. Those are bullet holes, so I would leave the bullet holes. I got shot 9 times. This is a 50-cent car. I love the buy, though. At 5 grand, this is probably the deal of the week. 289 Auto Trans. I did hear the motor turn over a few years ago. That's awesome. Clean title. Don't ask him if the car runs. Quarter panels need to replace. This is a killer deal. One of my dreams, one of these days, honestly, and I've had this dream for a while, is... Ooh, what's behind it? Hey. Is to just take my truck, my Jeep, get a trailer, and drive through New Mexico and just pull over somewhere and buy a car. This would be it, kids. This would be it. 5 grand, killer fucking deal. The floor, like, we still want to go through and make sure that the torque boxes are okay and the floor is decent. Frame rails and torque boxes would be the only thing that would be a deal breaker on this car. And even at 5 grand, we're still pretty solid. Does it run? Does it? What's his name? Santiago, does this run? Honestly, if you're close to New Mexico, I would even drive down and get this. This is a solid deal for 5 grand. Serial. Okay, let's get to a couple of questions. Looking for a 68 coupe for a 68 GTCS clone resto mod. I've shown some on this that might be a good candidate, but if you want to maybe have a little additional help with it, reach out, LostSocketGarage@gmail.com. More than happy to kind of help source one for you. Let's see. Pull up Marketplace here. This, I'll show you guys the one that I picked up. This one I got, put a down payment on it today. Killer deal. This popped up, and I was like, coffee in hand this morning. I bought this quick. 68 GT. No, it comes with a VIN inspection already, so it's a no title car, but $5,000. This was a killer deal. He heard the car run and turn over, but it's going to need some work. But honestly, like, I was able to find this quick, drove out to Orem, grabbed it. Underneath, he didn't really have any pictures, so I did an inspection on this. It needs a little bit of work. Like, this is actually less rust than it looks like, but the floor supports, the frame rails are fine. The torque box is, the torque boxes on it are decent. Like, one needs a patch, but for $5,000, man, and it comes with motor and trans, these are the deals that we want to find. Except for this one, because I already bought it. So if you have questions, or if you want to help me, if you want me to help you source a car, LostSocketGarage@gmail.com. We're going to get on to our picks of the week. First off, if you haven't, like, subscribe, share, comment, do the algorithm crap. If you want to support the show a little bit further, we have merchandise. We just got these hoodies in. They say "Never Tamed" on the back. They're available on our website right now. Hats, we got a bunch of hats in. Those will be for sale as well. Or you can leave a tip down below. We have a Patreon. We have all that crap. But let's get into the picks of the week. Now, what I do every week is we have a couple of picks of the week. One is a shop pick of the week. And that's where most of the time I just pick a car that's really fucking cool and I like and I would buy. This time, Derry agreed with me. So, for our pick of the week, our shop pick of the week, this is a 1950 McLaren Land Cruiser, but it's not actually a McLaren. This isn't a McLaren, but Facebook doesn't recognize a Studebaker. That's weird. It's a Studi, a 1950 Studi, but check this out. The engine is a 60,000-mile Cadillac 500 cubic inch with a T4 or a T400 trans, 9-inch rear end, self-adjusting Cadillac air ride suspension. Oh my God, let's look at this. Hi, aren't you pretty? New gauges. Oh, new interior. This just needs glass and a paint job. I wouldn't even paint this. I would just clear coat this motherfucker and send her down the road. How sick is this thing? I want it. I want it. I want it. It's in Montana. I don't want to drive and get it, but it's only $12,500. This is sick. And that's our shop pick of the week. On to, wait, we're catching up. We're catching up here. Does it run? I have a 68 Coupe that's donating the wiring, interior, and chrome windows, etc. to my other Coupe. Oh, nice. Chris, this color's dope, right? Wes, what's up, baby? How are we doing? I was talking about your car a little bit earlier. We need to get you in touch with someone else. I'm working on that car for you. Ben, smash that like button. Show your attendance. Smash it, smash it. Thanks, Ben. I appreciate it. I'm still new to this YouTube stuff. Like, I've been around and doing YouTube stuff for a minute, but IR still a little bit has the dumb when it comes to it. You're apparently better at this. Next is Derry's pick of the week. Now, Derry has a very interesting taste in vehicles. So what he does is he finds some dumb shit on Marketplace and he throws it on my screen and I react live. So, without further ado, this is Derry's pick of the week. Ow! Of fucking course you would. What in the country fried fuck is... It's a Geo? It's a Geo? It's a... Okay, let's read the description here, kids. A custom, one-of-a-kind, super gas saving JDM Geo. Too much to list, but this vehicle has everything renovated and new. I want custom Jaguar retro style face with LED headlamps and driving lights. I have to. Oh my God. I can't. What the fuck? I need a different show just for this car. Who makes these? Who is like, I'm going to repop Altezza tails for a Geo? What is this? What is this? That looks like the same shit that's on my shop vac. Is that Ryobi green? You know what would be really, really funny is if he painted this because he was like sponsored by Ryobi. I want to know if this dude has like a YouTube channel. If not, this motherfucker needs one. Because holy shit. Hello, brandour galore. What do you do for a living? Because if it's not this, you're missing out. It's on a Motegi ripoff. These are Motegis. Oh my God, I love this car so much. Derry, I would never drive it. I might buy it for Derry though. Guys, I think what we need to do is we need, as a community, to pool $6,500 so that we can go to Nevada and buy this, and I will make Derry drive this motherfucker around every single day during the summer. Because he would die if water hit the ground on this. Thank you so much for the support, guys. Like, subscribe, do the stuff, get a hoodie. Hats are coming. They'll be on the website. Everybody, have a wonderful day. Do what you love. Don't be a dick. As always, never be tamed. Peace. This is something that I would want to do like an electric supercharger mod on. You know, the ones that are on like eBay for $75. Or we could do like the Mighty Car Mods thing. Check out Mighty Car Mods. But they do like an episode where they take leaf blowers and they make like electric superchargers. I have to know. I have to know more about this car.